Level 1. The rain in Kabuki-cho smells like exhaust and stale beer. You are standing outside a nondescript office building, shivering in a cheap polyester suit. You are a chinpita, an errand boy, the lowest rung of the underworld. You do not have a rank, you do not have respect, you barely have a name. Your pockets are empty. Your daily wage is whatever the older members throw at you for buying their cigarettes. Your days are spent scrubbing ashtrays, washing black sedans, and answering phones. You speak only when spoken to. You bow at a perfect 45-degree angle whenever anyone walks through the door. Tonight, your task is simple. Stand by the rear exit of a cramped pachinko parlor. Watch the door. If the police arrive, you whistle. If a rival gang approaches, you take the beating. You do not run. Running means expulsion, and expulsion means you are nothing. You grip your umbrella until your knuckles turn white. You are freezing, terrified, and completely hooked on the promise of power. Level 2. The taste of cold, unfiltered sake lingers on your tongue. The sakazuki ceremony is over. You have shared the red cup with the patriarch. You are no longer a street rat. You are a kobun, a true son of the family. Pinned to your left lapel is the golden crest of the clan. It is a shield. It is a weapon. People who used to bump into you on the street now lower their eyes and part like the ocean. You feel the weight of the metal. It feels heavy. It feels like immunity. But immunity comes with a quota. You are handed a ledger filled with names, debt collection. You walk into a dimly lit ramen shop in back alley Osaka. The owner is 3 months behind on his protection fee. He cries. He shows you pictures of his sick daughter. You do not blink. You grab him by the collar of his apron and drag him across his own counter. You smash his cash register onto the floor. You take the 300,000 yen hidden in the flour bin. You feel a sudden sharp spike of guilt, but you bury it. Empathy does not pay the clan. Level 3. You trade the streets for the neon-lit interior of an illegal high-stakes mahjong den. You are a shate, a younger brother. You manage a crew of 5 men. They bow to you now. They fetch your tea. Money is moving faster. Millions of yen cross the green felt tables every night. Your cut is enough to buy a tailored suit and a gold watch. You smell of expensive cologne and imported tobacco. You handle disputes before they reach the bosses. When a drunk real estate developer tries to cheat the house, you do not shout. You signal your men. They drag him into the soundproof back office. You sit behind a mahogany desk, casually peeling an apple with a very sharp, very clean folding knife. You do not raise your voice. You simply lay the blade on his knuckles and tell him his debt has doubled. He signs over the deed to his luxury car without a word. You are addicted to the fear in his eyes. You are no longer just surviving, you are dominating. Level 4. The atmosphere changes. The air gets thinner. You are now managing the family's most lucrative hostess clubs in Tokyo. You are shifting tens of millions of yen in cash every week. You live in a high-rise apartment. You drive a tinted imported sedan. But the stakes have escalated. A rival syndicate wants your corner. They send 2 men to terrorize your top hostesses. They leave a message painted in blood on the club's glass door. This is no longer about intimidation. It is about blood. Your superior gives you an order. No police, no public noise. Fix it. You wait in the underground parking garage of the rival's hangout. Your heart hammers against your ribs, a frantic, heavy rhythm. When their captain steps out of his car, you step out of the shadows, a heavy steel pipe in your hands. The crack of metal against bone echoes off the concrete. It is brutal. It is intimate. You watch him bleed onto the asphalt. Your hands are shaking, not from fear, but from the realization that there is no turning back. You belong to the dark entirely. Level 5. You trade your steel pipe for a pen and paper. You are a Wakashita Hosa, a captain.
You manage a crew of 5 men. You rarely touch weapons anymore. Your weapon is a briefcase. Your battlefield is the corporate boardroom. You practice Sokaya, corporate extortion. You buy enough shares in a massive construction firm to attend their annual shareholder meeting. You know their secrets. You know the CEO has a mistress. You know their materials are substandard. You sit in the front row, wearing a $5,000 suit. You lean into the microphone. You do not threaten them with violence. You threaten them with scandal. The room goes dead silent. The board members sweat through their silk ties. After the meeting, an executive meets you in a private tea room. He slides a plain envelope across the table. 50 million yen, a consulting fee. You smile. You are untouchable. You dine with politicians. You pay off high-ranking detectives. You believe you are the law. Level 6. A sudden, violent shift. The patriarch dies. The succession war begins. You are promoted to Wakashida, the lieutenant, the second in command of an empire. The money is irrelevant now. Power is everything, and power requires blood. The rival faction strikes first. A car bomb takes out your closest friend. The streets of Kobe become a war zone. You do not sleep. You live in a fortified compound surrounded by 30 armed guards. You wear a Kevlar vest under your tailored clothes. Then, a fatal mistake. One of your young men opens fire in a public plaza. A civilian is hit. The media explodes. The police force cannot look away anymore. The pressure from the top is crushing. The elders demand an end to the heat. Someone must pay the price to restore honor. You sit alone in a traditional tatami room. A clean white cloth, a heavy brass hammer, a razor-sharp tanto blade. You unbutton your cuff. You place your left hand on the cloth. You align the blade with the first joint of your little pinky. You close your eyes. You strike. The pain is blinding, white-hot, and absolute. You wrap the severed flesh in silk and present it to the council. Loyalty above all. Level 7. You survive the war. You are now the Psycho Komon, the senior advisor, the financial architect of the syndicate. You oversee billions of yen flowing through legitimate front companies, real estate, waste management, entertainment agencies. You live in a fortress, but you are completely isolated. The government has introduced brutal new anti-Yakuza ordinances. The Golden Crest is no longer a shield, it is a target. If you are identified as a member, you cannot open a bank account, you cannot rent an apartment, you cannot even buy a cell phone. Paranoia rots your mind. You trust no one. Your food is tasted by guards before you eat. Your phones are tapped. The detectives follow your wife. The younger generation doesn't understand honor, they only understand greed. You realize the empire is crumbling from the inside out. You have all the money in the world, but you cannot spend it. You are a prisoner of your own success. Level 8. The coup. started? Nothing.